Good morning, friends. This is a really fast episode of Exploring the Ka with your host, Rock Castaldo. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in last night to the Spearhead Transmissions podcast. I was a guest on there, and it was a quick. They had technical difficulties at first, but we got it. I was saying my prayers so that everybody was able to hear me, and it all worked out. I know they had to cut it a little short, but I'm going to be back on with them in the future, and I think it was really good. I started to become awakened. Fires, there was a fire building inside of me when I was talking. I was feeling the energy, and when you guys tune in, and when I know there's people looking forward to hearing me talk, it really inspires me, and it gets me going. Even if there was no people in the chat room, I would have gave the same interview most likely, but it's just like you guys get me inspired and you fire me up, and I love it. And this is what keeps me going, having more like-minded individuals that want to awaken their DNA. And that's my quick meditation and episode or video blog, whatever you want to call it this morning. This is what I wanted to talk about real quick. It's something I was touching on last night in the podcast, is awakening our DNA and what's inside of us. I even believe that Gaia is her and his. It's a both a male and a female god. But I think it's got a female source, and it's the male is the way the source is used. And I really believe that sacred sites and even crop circles that emerge are part of Gaia's technology. It's our healing for inner earth. It's sacred geometries and sacred formulas that are awakened like a sigil for Gaia, to heal Gaia's pain and our pain, and to awaken these electromagnetic formulas that are like activation symbols for our souls and for Gaia's soul. And I believe we are basically time coded, and when our DNA awakens, we download information from Gaia and the universe's history. And I feel that when this is awakened within us, this ancient knowledge, if you don't hoard it and keep it just to yourself, because when you do that, it turns into something, its own evil entity even. But when you share this information with the masses and you help other people awaken, then these time-coded codings, they're fired up. These fibers, that are filled with information, these particles, they're fired up inside of us, and masses of people evolve. At the same time, they start to awaken, and we are time-rooted to respond to these patterns of awakenings, and they awaken us to a higher identity and purpose. And as we spiritually evolve, we follow this blueprint that's been let out for us, and it leads us to having contact with the galactic library and the tree of knowledge, which is your brain, and the tree of life, which is your body. It really lets you be in contact with the nature of your surroundings and yourself. And the key in life is to not have fear. Fear is a stalker. Fear is a murdering beast. An idea will take root inside your mind, and it holds on, and it grows, and it turns into its own boogeyman and monster, and it's deep-seated inside you. And fear spreads these chemicals in your body that get awakened, and we have these certain chemicals that get activated with fear. And when they activated these chemicals, it starts to fill up your whole being, and a downward spiral starts, and it's a thought of death that emerges, and it's a spiral deep downward spiral towards hell and to death with this thought of death. And diseases are said to even be able to spread electromagnetically, like thinking, oh my God, I have cancer, I have cancer, I have cancer, and then you have cancer. This is how strong our brains are, everybody. and we need to awaken, and we need to battle these monsters that are giving us insecurities. And you know, when an idea takes root and grows inside of your mind, it's like an implant. It gets implanted in your genetic memory and in the back of your mind. It makes you doubt yourself. It gives you insecurities, and you have to battle this monster that's clinging to your soul. And I can help you battle this monster. Go to themysticalspiral.com and contact me, and let's battle the boogeyman within you. Once again, I say, spiral out.